Yo, make sure y'all take a moment and share this. Share this. Another great show in the works. All right. Make sure y'all take a moment, share this shit. Share it. Yeah, we about to be live. She said finally. Finally. Yeah. Yeah, we getting there. So yeah, just make sure y'all share this. I gotta make sure I got the podcast up on my page because I be missing stuff. Make sure y'all share this. Oh, late as fuck. We ain't late as fuck. We a couple minutes late. We a couple minutes late. Well, we about to go. We about to go now though. We about to go now though. All right. So I'm gonna turn these mics on. Get it on. We about to go. We about to go. I think I got HK and Mike 4. Yo, say something, HK.
Yo, 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 yo.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Yeah, Ian Mike 4. Yo, so let's get it smacking. Let's get it smacking. 98 people in here. Let's go. Yo, what it do? It's nothing but the truth, y'all. It's nothing but the truth show. And we here. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. We got a an epic guest on the show. Our show's first. We doing this shit. This is what we do. Nothing but the truth. We make moves. We ain't trying to be like nobody else. We are nothing but the truth. One of the hottest shows in Pittsburgh. This is what we do, man. I'm choking. I got my business partner, my right hand man, HK, Hugh Kefner, Kevin Samuels himself, aka Mr. Yeah. Let him know what it is, HK.
Hey, listen, man. I told y'all years ago, we're going to bring y'all the hottest show in Pittsburgh. Ain't nobody going to be able to fuck with us. Now, don't get me wrong. Shout out to every podcast, and I love everybody. But can't nobody do what we do. Can't nobody bring y'all what we can bring y'all. And can't nobody bring y'all this type of energy and bring y'all these type of shows. Like he said, we are nothing but the truth.
Yeah.
We ain't nothing but the fake. We nothing but the truth.
Let them know.
That's why our guests fuck with us. That's why they fuck with us. That's why the city fuck with us. We ain't got the best quality. We ain't got the best quality. We ain't got the best studio. But guess what? We the best interviewers and we the best podcast. And y'all gonna know that shit.
Yo, it's nothing but the truth show, y'all.
Turn this motherfucker up.
We got the buttons and everything, man. So we here.
We
man.
got all type of buttons, get this again. We invested in this shit.
Yo, for real. Like I said, I'm token. I got my business partner, my man HK, Kevin Samuels, Hugh Kefner. And then we are here with the lovely DaDoll. I gotta make sure I say it right. I don't know why I can't say duh right without it sounding stupid for me, but we got the lovely DaDoll here, and we're gonna talk about her lifestyle, her story, growing up and everything. Yeah, so you know what I mean? Feel free if y'all want, throw y'all questions out there. If we see it, we catch it, we gonna most definitely put it up there and stuff like that. And yeah.
I don't want to see no disrespectful comments. All respect tonight, or your comment will be terminated. You get too out of hand, you will be blocked. We respect all our guests. We respect all our guests, and we not here for negativity.
Yep.
If you hear for negativity or anything else besides that, then you can leave it live right now. We not here for negativity. We here to educate y'all, and we here to bring positivity to this situation.
Yeah, so let's go. Let's get it. So basically, start off. Let people know your name, where you from, where you grew up, all that good stuff.
I'm gonna keep
Talk
my
to the
name.
mic. Talk to the mic.
I'm gonna keep my name disclosed, but I go by DaDoll. That's me, myself, and I. I'm from West Mifflin. Yeah. I'm 23. I'm a Libra, and I'm that bitch around here. So let's get into it.
Yeah. So you from West? We haven't had too many people from West Mifflin on our show. A lot of people try to say we're a Northview only podcast, but we're not. But we have a lot of people from everywhere. McKeesport, the East Side. We had a lot of North Siders on the show, but Garfield, all types of places. But West Mifflin, that's the first two.
Yeah.
So Go ahead, HK. Go ahead. You got the. He's the question man today.
I am the question man today. Okay, now look, let's get right into it. Okay, you're a 23-year-old trans woman,
Yes.
and you identify yourself as a woman,
Yes.
and you've been through a lot in your life throughout this transition.
Yes.
Okay, now at what age? At what age did you realize that you were different? Like, at what age did you realize, okay, I might be a little different, like I might like something else? Can you explain to us, like, what age you were and how did you feel at the time?
Before kindergarten. It sounds crazy, but it's honestly the truth. Like, you could ask my mom, you could ask my brother, you could ask people who watched me grow up. When I was younger, I was always intrigued by feminine stuff. Like, I used to run around with a towel in my head. I thought I was Beyonce. I wanted dolls for Christmas. I played dress up in kindergarten. I used to wear skirts as like tops. Like, I was always just very feminine. So yeah, it's like people think you got to be touched or like go through traumatic experiences to be this way, or not have a dad in your life to be this way, when in reality, I was just born this way.
Yeah.
Okay,
So you said, I mean, because you touched on something. A lot of people do think that, I mean, you don't notice, or you don't. They find it hard to believe people can feel this way at such a young age. So you said you was very young, and when you knew that you weren't the a boy, or like, what I mean, or that you just like the girl things or whatever like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just always knew.
Yeah. Okay.
okay, so at what age did you basically tell your family that, you know I'm into this, I like this? Like, how did you, like, go about explaining to your family that you liked it, a different sex?
Well, at first it was me liking a different sex because I was still identifying as a boy, but transitioning, you identify as a female. You don't identify as a male. You're not masculine. Well, everybody's different. So I can only speak for myself, but I identify as a female, a heterosexual female, a black heterosexual trans female. I don't want to get it misconstrued. I don't want to be a cisgender female. I don't want to take y'all position in life, but I identify as a black trans female. And when I start coming out, I came out as bisexual in 7th grade. I went to a predominantly white school, so it wasn't as bad. But then at the same time, it was kind of bad because I still had black people around me, so they would like talk about me. I was more so around the white people, so it wasn't like too hard for me. Um, in the same grade, I guess. Well, 7th, 8th grade was like 7th bisexual, 8th grade. I guess you could say I was like trans gay. I start wearing weave. I start wearing like mascara, doing my eyebrows, and then when I got into um high school, the summer before 9th grade is when I decided, like, I discovered that you can transition, because I didn't know you can transition at first. I didn't know you could identify as a female. I thought, like, when I was younger, I had this mindset: if I died, I would come back as a girl.
Mm.
So with that being said, I discovered it on YouTube. I used to read about it, look up on it all the time, because I'm just like, something's not right. Like, I want boobs, I want to wear weave, I want to wear nails, I want to wear lashes, I want to wear makeup, I want to be a girl, I want to be a girl, I want to be a girl so bad. But I didn't know that it was possible until I discovered it on YouTube. And yeah,
Yeah.
once I discovered it, I'm like, this is the go. Like, I'm finna be one of them.
So let me ask you this question, because there's a lot of people who might say, like, what I mean, schools and these different places they force people to become gay or to become trans, or, like, what I mean, to not be okay with their body and stuff like that. But you said, I mean, I know you said you knew this since you were younger, but in school that's when you found out more information that you actually can trans.
Not really because of school. It was more so from watching YouTube videos. Like, when I came out as bisexual, still had male friends. But when I started becoming more feminine, my male friends just disappeared.
So why do you think that? Or why do you think that happened? Is it
Because in the black community, it's not really normal for heterosexual men to be around gay people or trans people. The only people that really get accepted in the black community are lesbians.
Yeah.
So once I became bisexual and I'm in 7th grade, I know their parents were probably like, what the fuck? Like, at the time, how is this little boy bisexual? How do you know you're attracted to the same sex? When in reality, I was never attracted to the same sex. Yes, I had girlfriends and, lived my life as a boy, but
Okay, so you did have girlfriends before?
yeah.
Have you had sex with a girl before?
Yes.
Oh, so you
was
got
that
some oochie woochie before.
was that in high school, or was this while you was transitioning, or
this was more so like middle school. Like once I started wearing, it was like me in my bisexual stage. Like
okay?
I've had TMI 2 female partners, but it wasn't really much to me because it's like I don't really. This ain't really my thing. Like a
Yeah.
coochie. This is kind of crazy for me. I'm like, where the niggas at? Like,
Coochie is like the best thing God created. I just
to y'all, yeah. I'm happy you love a vagina because I don't at all.
So it wasn't. So when you had that, I mean, this might be too much. So when you said you had that experience,
Yeah.
but you was just like, it's not. No.
I mean, I did it 2 times, but I was like, it was never like how y'all probably be like, oh, I need that coochie again. I'm like, where's the niggas at? Like,
So you didn't get your nut off? I mean, yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
See?
yes.
He goes hard.
No,
I'm
I'm
just
fine. I
wondering.
don't give a fuck.
I'm just wondering,
No,
though.
but I don't care. Yes, I did, but it wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get that shit again. Like I'm trying to dig in it again.
Because you did it twice.
2 different people.
Yeah. All right. So you was like, oh okay.
Yeah, it wasn't the same.
All right, but you was like, yo, maybe this pussy might be different.
No, I was just like,
or that was the confirmation, like, yeah, this ain't for me.
Well,
the second time.
I don't want to tell y'all too much details about the stories, but one time was like in a laundromat. I had a white girlfriend, and the second time was with somebody, and we was playing hide and go seek, and we was in the closet hiding together, and then start touching and stuff like that.
Okay.
Why we was old enough to experience, but I don't know why I was playing. Anyways.
Okay. So whenever you were making your transition and you were, about to start, transitioning yourself into a woman, into a trans woman, how did your family feel about that? Like your dad, your mom, like, I mean, like you don't got to go into deep detail, but like, did your life change whenever you made that transition?
Yes, and I would say
like,
first
people start treating you different and stuff like that.
No, not really. Kind of. Well, first and foremost, my dad was killed when I was 7.
Oh,
so
I'm sorry to hear that.
People get it misconstrued that my dad wasn't in my life, or like my dad didn't accept me because he's not here to see the girl I'm becoming every day. But let me get this straight. At the age of like 6, 7, my dad took me to a Destiny's Child concert. He gave me the option to go to G Unit concert or Destiny's Child concert. My brother went to G Unit concert. I went to the Destiny's Child concert with him, his girlfriend, and my cousins Kayla and Taryn. And that right there gives me confirmation that he loves me for me, because at 6, 7 years old, I was feminine. So he was okay with taking me to this concert as his son. That lets me know today that if he was to be alive today, he wouldn't look at me any different than I am right now.
Nah, listen. Now that's a good story. But I'm gonna keep it real. If I was asked, if I was a kid and I was asked to go to a G Unit versus a Destiny's Child concert, I'm picking Destiny's Child too.
I'm most definitely picking
What
Destiny's
the fuck?
Child. I love Kelly.
Destiny's Child over
Kelly.
I'm going just to motherfucking see him. So
I still will go to Destiny's Child.
I'll still go to Destiny's Child
just to see Kelly though.
I'm
going for.
I'm gonna pick that too. Now, okay, so you transition and you start getting a lot of hate, a lot of this, a lot of that. But
well, to touch on the basis with like my family, I wouldn't say it was a lot of adjustments to get used to, because my mom had 2 sons, so she never had a daughter until now.
Yeah.
So it's like any other thing. Like if your son was to be gay or your daughter's to be a lesbian, it's something you have to adjust to as a parent. So
yeah.
I mean, my brother is like a hood nigga, so it was like he probably was a little uncomfortable, because it's like people have to, not say people are going to look at him, but it's like people might have questions or pass judgment, but it's like, I don't know. I never really talked to him about it.
So did your brother have felt like he had to fight because of you, or did he have to fight because of you? Or like, not because of you,
or
but
like
because
defend
of you.
me?
Yeah, defend me, or because of the things that they said. Like,
No, my brother real low key laid back.
or like, you know what I mean, from people trying to, you know what I mean, I'm just actually like try to disrespect you, and then he felt like, you get what I'm saying? Because again, someone like that and being like, you know what I mean, that hood people or a hood dude and stuff like that, again, they tend to be a lot more
No, my brother.
standoffish. And
My brother's just quiet in general, so it's like I never really knew how he felt till one day I like talked to him about it a little bit, and he was like, "If something was to happen to you, I would never be okay." And that just like gave me confirmation, like, yeah, I might be his sister that's trans, and it might be like something he's still getting used to because, I mean, this is my lifestyle, not his. We don't really talk that much, so it's just like what he said to me let me know that he loved me for me, he accept me, and I'm his sister at the end of the day. So
Okay, so I have a quick question about, like the uncomfortability in the Black community, the shit that trans women go through in the Black community. Do you feel like trans women get treated worse than regular gay people?
I would say that trans women and gay men get treated differently than anybody else in the LGBT community by the Black community as a whole, because I really don't know why. It's just like, okay, first of all, a lot of households grow up talking about people. So with talking about people, they grow up, oh, he's gay or that's gay and this is this and that's that and this. And what that becomes, you become like, if you're gay or trans, you become insecure to tell your family how it is being that person. So with that being said, the Black community is very judgmental about a lot of things, and it's kind of scary because it's like I don't like going to parties that aren't like mixed crowds.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
like going around people that don't. It's not a lot of different people in it. I want to be able to fit in and not feel like if somebody come up to me, they're going to attack me, or somebody come up to me, they're going to try to do something to me just because I'm trans. So like I don't really surround myself around a lot of overly Black populated places.
so, real quick, I want to do two things. First, I
need to address some of these comments too.
Yeah,
I'll let you go first.
So, real quick, we're doing this interview because I feel like a part of what she's saying
Wait,
is.
can I stop real quick? I just
Yeah.
read this. Okay, I want to try to understand that being trans is not a sexuality; it's a gender identification. So, with that being said, sexuality is like gay, heterosexual, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, those things, etc. That's not a sexuality; that's a gender identity. I mean, trans is a gender identification.
Yeah. And so, and to go back to what I was saying was, we did this interview. Again, to go back to what she was saying, a lot of people in our community, the Black community, has different. They have different like things that they believe in, stereotypes that they believe in, or these different innuendos about trans people, trans women and trans men, but also anyone that's a part of the LGBTQ community, except for bisexual women or lesbian women. So when we reached out again, we thought this would be a great opportunity to educate our people and to on someone who's transition or probably or still transition. And I'm not sure, I didn't ask that question yet, but that's why we have her on the show. Again, to bring education to you all and education for us as hosts and doing this and being on this thing, because again, we don't know everything, but also at the same time we got to educate ourselves, and we got as Black people and as hosts and stuff as the show. So that's why we wanted to bring her on here. Yes, we seen that what I'll say was that she was having a conversation and stuff like that, but we also thought, like, what better person to have on our show to talk about this topic than her. So
and then there's like I ain't even gonna say no names, but there's a lot of people in the comments chasing big clout. We're not giving you no attention. We're not giving you no type of nothing. So like you could keep commenting and saying this and that. We don't steal none of our guests from nobody. Any information that we get is off the strength of people we know. Any type of guests that we have on there, we contacted them personally. Nothing has nothing to do with nothing. Yeah, but the conversation that I called you on had nothing to do with nothing. I told you how I got with the person and all that, but like you're like it ain't like there is more stuff to do.
No, and then for anyone else, another question too. We're not nervous again. Well, you're just trying to ask questions. I'm trying to think of questions. I like to have conversation organically and then think of the questions that I want to ask. So a viewer did ask a question. So did you? I'm not sure how far you transit. So are you fully transitioned or?
There's no such thing as a full
Oh,
transition.
okay. Thank you for letting me know.
Because
So
people get it misconstrued that in order to be trans, you have to have a vagina, or to be trans, you have to have surgeries. To be trans is to be trans. That's what you identify as. When you change your gender, you are trans. You don't have to. I mean, I feel like hormone replacement is needed. Like, I do take hormones, but I feel like people get it misconstrued that you have to have a sex change to be trans. No, you don't. That's
So-
why I'm trans. That's why I'm not a cisgender woman, because cisgender women have coochies. Trans women can have a penis or a vagina.
So do you have a penis or a vagina?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. This is another question, and this is another topic that I wanted to talk about. And I feel like this is one of those type of situations where, I believe that the black community pick and choose sides. Well, her nudes were on the net. Well, if you seen the
If you
nudes,
seen the nudes,
then
you seen the
know.
nudes.
If you know, you know.
If you know,
If
you
you
know.
know, you know.
And I don't give a fuck.
All right. Well, why do you think lesbian women are the only people out of the LGBTQ community that are accepted by the black culture? Because, right, we don't have a problem with lesbians in the straight world. Straight people, we love lesbians. Straight men call themselves lesbians, but we don't even understand that lesbian and stud and all that still follows under the branch of that community.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like trans people and gay men or like, and I'm not saying that lesbians or studs don't go through nothing, judgmental shit and all type of shit. But why do you think that the black community accepts the lesbian culture more than they accepts the gay culture when it comes to men?
Because men think that women on women is so sexy. So it's just their thing. Like, they be like, because it's like men have threesomes. So it's like two women and a man. I mean, two women and a man. So it's like, but I don't understand how they like it. Like, as a black community, it's like more accepting for your. I mean, I don't want to say it's more accepting sometimes, because there are people who decide to be lesbians or dyke studs, whatever. I don't really know like too much about the lesbian community. I just know about where I stand at. And some do get kicked out, some do get disowned, some do get face the things that we face. But a lot of the times it's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And I really don't know
It is a
why.
fetish.
It's kind of weird, because it's like, they're lesbians. They like coochie. You have a penis. You're not getting none. So, like,
right now, so I gotta ask this question. I know I'm about to get fouled out in a chat, and but so you always, I've heard women say that gay guys or trans women seem to have the biggest eggplant emoji. Do you feel like that is
all the times? Yes.
okay? I feel like I had to ask.
Can you clear your question up though?
What? How? There's no how. I said that they feel like.
Do gay men have huge schlongs?
Do gay men have who's
Is that what you're asking?
eggplant emojis, and trans women have big eggplant emojis?
Okay, so gay men, and if y'all in the comments, let them know if you. It's like, don't do
Okay,
that.
all right.
Don't do that. I'm just playing.
Listen.
I'm just because listen.
I said, yeah,
No, I'm just
kinda.
saying, but
Hold
to the
on.
people, because
Hold on.
people say it all the time. Like, don't just came out of nowhere.
Has a stud or a lesbian woman ever judged you or tried to call you or make you feel uncomfortable? Has a stud or a lesbian woman ever tried to talk about you or make you feel uncomfortable about yourself?
Yeah, they've called me a tranny. They told me I was a man, and and it really just made me feel like, how the fuck is you gonna sit here and talk dog shit on me, and you got an H cup titty, a puff ball, a coochie, and boxers on, and you talking mad shit about me? Make it make fucking sense. You fuck with a strap on. Like, how you saying too much about me when you masculine, feminine? Like it's just like very weird because it's just like how can you judge me when you're no better than me? Just like they talk about me, they talk about you too when you walk away. They laugh at you when you walk away too. So it's just like, and yes, it was a stud.
I'm not freaky, y'all. I just want to put I'm not freaky. I'm just again, I just gotta ask the questions. I'm doing the interview, so I gotta ask the questions. So there was one question I
That
keep
boy
popping.
talking back to crazy all year.
No, I haven't. No, I
2022.
haven't. No,
It's
I
my
haven't
boy.
been. But somebody. So I really don't want to give this question. So do you feel like I'll answer it this way? Do you feel like you people who approach you, do you feel like you trick them
Mm-mm.
about who you are?
Sometimes I'm scared to tell people, yeah, but yeah.
So if someone, so say for instance, someone's interested in you and they might seem like a straight male.
Mm-hmm.
Do you let them know that you are?
Right away, no.
But if okay, but
Because it could be an incident where I'm in the club and people are intoxicated in the club. People are high, drunk, whatever in the club, and sometimes I say I have a boyfriend. If that don't work, I just ignore them, keep walking. Like a lot of times I ignore people, or it even comes to a point where I'll give them my number if they're like being pesty as fuck and won't just leave me alone.
Mhm.
I'll give them my number and then tell them the next day when they're not in my presence because I don't know how anybody would take it, and
Yeah.
I'd rather be safe than sorry than to tell you in person and then now I'm beat the fuck up
But you don't
or
lead
I'm
people
dead.
on or have them thinking you're one way or that you're not. You get what I'm saying? But I'm trying to word it like, I'm trying to be respectful.
Depends. Not it depends, but like I've had situations where I'm not always so quick to tell people because I really don't have interest in them sometimes.
Yeah.
Or
No,
like,
but I get that. But say
you know,
for instance, if someone's fully interested in you, but they have anyone ever been fully interested in you, but and y'all maybe talked for a while, but they were under impression that you were a cis woman and not a trans woman?
I wouldn't say a while, a couple days, yeah.
Okay, that's not a while. So they eventually get
Yeah.
out, and you end up letting them know. Okay, that's what I just wanted to. But I was trying to I'm trying to be respectful to the whole community, but as well as trying to be respectful to our guests and make sure I'm not saying anything that can be considered offensive.
Okay, so have you ever been like at a party? Have you ever been out somewhere and then like somebody found out that you were trans or something, and then like things like like has that type of situation ever happened to you in life?
Um, say that again.
Like, have you ever been out and about at a club, at a
And somebody like
party,
outed me.
anything, and then somebody outed you while you were in that situation? You can take that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna address this. I just want.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've had incidents where men have come up to me and like say for instance they'll get my number because I'm scared to say it to them in person because I might find them attractive or I usually could pick out who I feel like will take it easier than like others. But I've had incidents where I'm like walking down Carson and a nigga's like, "Oh, she bad as fuck. Like you with the long hair, you bad as fuck. Or you in the purple, you bad as fuck." And then a bitch will be like, "That's a tranny. You're insecure as fuck.
Yeah.
You have low self-esteem. You have no self-love because bitch, why are you worried about me? Worry about you, bitch. Like you're disgusting."
So you're basically saying that
And this happened multiple times.
if a if a regular woman sees a man trying to, regular women have basically outed you to men like, oh, that's a tranny, don't say nothing to her, da 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 da, and you feel like that's hating. That's hating.
You don't love yourself. You don't love yourself because why are you telling my business? What does this bring you? Does it make you sleep at night? Does it make you?
I mean, I think again, it's an insecurity. I mean,
Do you
I
get
think
more
for some
niggas?
people, it can be an
Like
insecurity.
it's very much an insecurity because why?
Yeah.
What like the thing is, like I'm saying, y'all do this not knowing what could happen to me from you speaking upon my situation or my gender identity. You could get me killed. You could get me jumped. You could get me motherfucking kidnapped, like abducted, my house shut up. Like, you don't, people are crazy. So sometimes it's best to just shut the fuck up and mind your fucking business, because you don't know what situation you could put me in by trying to get a joke and a giggle, or trying to let somebody know. Or if you want to let them know after I talk to them, pull them to the side or wait till y'all on your way home. You could let them know. I'm not saying you can't let them know, because maybe it's your brother and he like, oh, this bitch better fuck, I want to inbox her. And they show a picture of me, you could let them know. But when I'm out in public and I'm walking past, why the would you say that?
Yeah. And I do think, and so to answer that, the one comment that came up there, I think the doll answered that. Again, there's a lot of things that we probably won't understand, or we just don't think that's a big deal. But a lot of time when she says she don't come right out and say it because it is a potential safety concern, right? Again, because how we as Black people in our community sometimes be so quick to react, or you know what I mean? She can be in harm's way if she say, "Oh, no, fuck," because now people think, "Oh yeah, you tried to trick," or they might feel you tried to trick me because they came up and talked to her. You get what I'm saying? Or vice versa. You get what I'm saying? So you just, again, she rather play it safe than sorry. She said she eventually let them know. She do end up giving them the number, and they reach out. She lets them know that she is this way, that she is a trans woman. So I think that's and I don't blame anyone who might do it that take that approach, because again, that it's their life, and sometimes, and I know that the type of hate that comes towards them because of that, and it's nothing that they're doing. Again, they might not, she's not pursuing them, they might pursue her, and then yet she's still in danger.
Exactly.
So we gotta make, again, it's not to, she already covered it and said it's not to trick anyone. She's not out there trying to trick anyone or whatever. She tells everyone that she's talking to. Event, like, you know what I mean, when they reach out, it may be a day later or 2 days later, she tells them. So again, right there in the moment, you can't say what you would do because you don't live that. You don't live her life. So, and it can be hard. Just like motherfucker, somebody come to me and I'm in a different neighborhood, ask where hood you from. I'm not going to jump right around and say Northview. No, motherfucker. I'm not even going to say some shit, or I'm gonna just be like, oh yeah, I live down the street or some shit like that. Again, it's about safety. You gotta assess the risk. Assess the risk. You know what I mean? It's a safety concern.
I want to address this. I seen a comment where somebody said if he's just open about sexuality.
If what?
Basically, something about a man being open about his sexuality. Y'all, as a Black community, y'all make it gay to date trans women when it's not really a gay thing. I mean, if some women that's just not your preference to date men that date trans women, you are okay with that, but don't try to make me feel like a man because a man's attracted to me. That's not gay, because I don't identify as a man. And when I walk in the motherfucking room, can't no nigga be like, that's a tranny, because the niggas don't know unless I tell them, or if y'all run y'all big motherfucking dick suckers, then they would know.
Okay, I'm just gonna get straight to it. Can you please talk about what happened when you were at an Airbnb party? We talked about it before the show, and I just want you to explain what you went through by going to an Airbnb party with straight men.
Okay, so it was an incident where I was with these girls that it was my second time hanging out with them. I hung out with them that Friday, and then I hung out with them this Saturday. The Saturday was the Airbnb. We went to Cosmos. We was in a section. And
y'all went to Cosmos first, and y'all was in a section.
Yeah. Okay. And then we went to the Airbnb after. We're in the Airbnb. This person walks in. After being there for a little while, a person walks in, and it's like, I'm sitting there. I'm like, honestly speaking, I'm gonna just tell y'all how I was thinking. He walked in, he had jewelry on. I'm like, who this nigga with all this fake ass, this ugly nigga with all this fake ass jewelry on? That's just how I was thinking, because I don't know who this nigga is. So as time goes on, I'm sitting there talking to one of the girls, and time goes on. He go upstairs. When he go upstairs, other people, or all the dudes is upstairs, all the girls is downstairs. I'm at the table, we drinking liquor, and then a couple minutes go by, and that is when one of the girl I was initially cool with that told me to come out with her baby dad called her upstairs. And when he called her upstairs, I told the redhead girl, I was like, they know I'm trans. And she was like, no, they don't. But the way he called her upstairs, me living this lifestyle, I feel the energy a lot of the times. I could sense when it's about to be some fuck shit. So Yeah, I was just like sitting there, and I kid you not, like not even a minute later, all I heard was, "He needs to leave. He needs to leave. That's the nigga. He needs to leave." And that is, it was scary. I was scared as fuck. I was
Okay, so
worried.
hold on. You're at this party
Yeah.
and
Well, I wouldn't really say a party. It was more of so like a kickback because we wasn't all drinking, we wasn't all in cahoots, we wasn't all by each other, like
yeah, but still, you're around. You're at an Airbnb with I just want to break it down for the viewers. That's don't be understanding. You're at an Airbnb, and
I'm not engaging with none of the men.
you're not engaging with none of the men,
Yeah.
but you're with women, and there's straight men there.
Yeah.
And one of the men pull somebody that you're with to the side, and you realize that these men there know that you're trans.
Yeah, at that moment they found out I
Okay.
was trans. Even though one of them already knew I was trans at the Airbnb because he's her baby dad and I was doing her hair, so he already knew who I was. And we were also Facebook friends at a point in time. So, and I'm open about it, not as open as I used to be, but I was open about it. So I'm pretty sure he had to see it. And from me doing her hair and her being around me, he had to know. So when the incident happened, it was just like, damn, like y'all, I kind of feel like I was threw under the bus a little bit.
You was
And
backdoored.
yeah, and it was scary for me because I'm in the
She's
city.
23. Yes.
I was in the city. I'm not from the city, and I didn't
Yeah.
drive my own car, so you never know what could happen. So I grabbed the girl that I came with. I grabbed her car keys and ran to the car, and I was just crying.
Hold on. Let's run it back a little bit. While you're at the Airbnb,
Mm-hmm.
once the girl's boyfriend or baby's dad pull her to the side, what happens next? Like, how did you get kicked out of the party?
That's when I said all I heard was he needs to leave. He needs to leave before they could tell me to get out. Like, be okay. I would have respected it more if they came up to me like, like we know you trans. We're not really cool with you being here. That's not our thing. Could you leave? I would have been cool with it. But the fact that y'all start like they start misgendering me and screaming like he need to leave. He need to leave. I was just like, damn. Like, what if somebody upstairs hated trans people and was like, oh, I got this gun. I'm finna go shoot this bitch. Like, why the fuck would she come here?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like there's a time and a place. Like y'all could have pulled
Back
me to
to
the
my point.
side, and y'all could have pulled me to the side and said, they could have let the baby mom know and let her know to let
Yeah.
me know that they're not comfortable with you being here. They would rather if you went home, and I would have went home with no hesitation. I wouldn't have cared. But because of the whole situation, it scared me. And it made me very uncomfortable. Like I think that's why I've been really like low and like out the mix, out the mess. I really didn't go out that many times this summer because it's just like I don't want to cross paths with anybody because it's just like I don't know who's out to get me. I don't know who hates me for it. I don't know if I'm a target. So
And that's the fucked up part, right? It's because like, listen, I mean, I've grew up with gay friends,
mhm,
and I'm just talking about like just male, gay male friends.
mhm.
Even in my wedding, was my best man and everything. No one can stop me from being his friend or whatever like that. And I'm not even gonna think twice about it. And listen, we grew up. We used to sleep in the same bed. We grow up now. If it came down to it, we was out of town, we in a hotel, I was sleeping in the same bed and at that hotel. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I know as a friend in our relationship, I know he can just say, "Yo, Tawan, Toki, you look nice today," or you know what I mean. You look good. Oh yeah, bro, you really put that shit on. Yeah, I'm not gonna take it like, oh, he's gonna be out there. You get what I'm saying, motherfucker? Like, if they don't want you or whatever, like that, motherfucker, they don't want you. And just because somebody say you cute doesn't mean that they want you. It's just, you know what I mean? Take it as a compliment, just like you will take it from cis woman. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what people gotta do. Like, just because, or it's okay, you know what? If you're questioning your sexuality, that's fine too. Ain't nobody judging you on it. Just be who you are. If you are attracted to trans women or even men or whatever like that, or if you're a woman attracted to women, just be who you are. If that's what you like, that's what you like.
It's
Like, you know what I mean? It's
hard.
Okay.
hold on. Go ahead. What did you say?
It's hard to openly say that or to do that when we are surrounded by a black community that shuns you for everything.
I know,
Everything
but
you do, everything you want to do is talked about, whether it's good or bad. There's going to be a group of black people that are going to speak upon you in a negative way just to bring you down. It's like that's what they grew up to do. That's what people. It's weird. It's really weird.
yeah,
Okay.
and that's what I agree. It is hard, but again, that doesn't mean because it's hard for you, and I'm talking about the other people who might be
Mhm.
approaching you, doesn't mean you take it out on you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's hard for them doesn't mean they get to take it out on you because you're comfortable with who you are and you're comfortable with living in your body, you're living your life. I just think it's fucked up when you can't live your life because you got to move in fear or you don't know what someone's going to do or how someone's going to react when you go out, even being at the mall or going to a party. That's some fucked up shit.
It's because people don't understand that you don't have to respect my decision. You don't have to accept my decision, but you need to respect my decision because I live this life, not you. Nobody said praise me for my decisions or be a part of my whatever I decide to do, but respect me. It's just simple as having respect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is something that we also discussed like before the show and before all this, because a lot of people don't know. I've been in contact with you for multiple days,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, like the only reason why you're really comfortable coming on the show is because I made you comfortable.
Exactly.
And I showed you, like, you know, I'm not like that. My co-host ain't like that. We're not coming on here to be messy. We ain't coming on here to expose you or nothing.
Yeah.
We want to do a real interview because this is what we do in real life.
Yeah.
All right, so we discussed, and I want people to understand this too, because we did a live podcast and we kind of brought this topic up. You said that when you go to straight clubs, you conduct yourself in a certain way versus if you go to a club with a mixed variety of people.
Yeah.
So when you're at straight clubs, you won't like be all twerking and doing all this and all that because if somebody knows that you're trans, you don't want to make other people feel uncomfortable, or you don't want to get in a situation to where you'll get harmed or something like that.
Exactly. So, like for instance, I don't really go out that much anyway anymore because I just don't really like the crowd that Pittsburgh brings around. It's just very negative a lot of times. But I don't really, first of all, I don't really dance or nothing unless I'm drunk. And when I do dance, it's normally like when I said I'm on Carson or something. Like if you see me when I used to go to like Controversy, I went to Controversy, I went to Cultures, and I did my little, like little 1-2-1-2, but I wasn't in there like trying to shake ass because it's like I don't want no nigga to touch me because I don't want the next bitch to be like, that's a tranny and I was just shaking my ass and now you want to beat me up because you was looking at my ass.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's the stupid part. Like what does that, because you were shaking your ass, that has nothing to do with you because you thought you was like, oh, she got a fat ass, and you want to,
and you weren't aware that I was trans.
Yeah, you weren't aware. That's not on. You didn't have that we didn't have that conversation. I mean, y'all didn't have that conversation. Y'all ain't on that level, so you didn't get that. That's not on you. And real quick, Leo, I don't know. I mean, he's asking questions, and and I try to.
I feel like
he's in there.
Don't even address him.
No, I got to
tonight.
I got to just real quick. Listen. I don't know what your question is. I do see you keep popping up there.
Do you want to fuck? Is the question? Because why the fuck are you on this lab going as hard as you are at your old big grown nasty ass age? Mind your fucking business.
Who's Leo?
And take care of your fucking kids. And whoever lay next to you at night should be fucking embarrassed that you're a grown ass man at your big grown age. Some of this motherfucking podcast antagonizing us at this point because it's their motherfucking podcast. Get your fucking life together, seriously, and grow the fuck up. And you need to find some motherfucking maturity because, bitch, get it the fuck together. Your kid should be ashamed of you, and the bitch that lay next to you should be very much ashamed of you because, bitch, get it to motherfucking together. Because at this point, it's giving me very much fruit cup. Do you want to fuck me or something? Do you want to lick me or something? Shut the fuck up and go to fuck the bed. Now y'all can continue.
Oh, thank you. Never mind. I don't have to say anything no more, Leo.
Okay.
Who won it?
Next question. We ain't addressing that all that fuck shit right now. Okay. What happens if you go to jail? Like, say, like, how do trans women get treated in jail? Do they go to like female pods or will they go to men pods? How does that work in the prison system when it comes to trans women?
I never been to prison, and for some places they do have like pods that are for like LGBT people, if I'm not mistaken. But I did have an incident where I went to jail and I was put on the male's side of the holding cells. And instead of being with them, I just decided to be isolated because I was scared. So I was in a holding cell by myself.
Yeah.
So you have an option to like, they give you an option if you want to be with them or to be by yourself because it's scary.
You know what? Hold on. I got to say one more thing to Leo or Mr. Who Won It. Bro, listen, and now I know who you are. Bro, no one gave you this level of disrespect when you was on our show, bro. And that's all I'm going to say to you, dude. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Granted, if you got some type of again a question or something like that, type your question in there, but don't be disrespectful because we also told our viewers the same thing about you when you were sitting in this seat. You've been
Just
on
let
this
him
show.
go.
I
Nah,
know,
let him
no,
go.
fuck that. I'm still not going to because we have guests and then other people might want to come on the show. No, we're not going to let you call in. We'll have a conversation with you after, and then if you want to come on here or something like that, maybe we might be able to work something out. But bro, on some real shit, like I just don't. I'm not. I'm really not. You ain't even gotta say nothing. We never.
No, not about that.
Okay, but we're. I'm not. I don't. I don't even want to do this with you no more, bro. So I'm gonna just leave it at that, and we can have a conversation after that. Like you know what I mean later. But go ahead.
Oh, as far as like the Joe thing. So the reason why I had to be on the male side was because in order to be with the females, you have to have a sex change.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, if you don't have a sex change, you still have a penis. You can still impregnate them. You can still have sex with them. Like, I mean, girls on girls can have sex too in Joe, but it's like, I kind of get it. It's like, why would you, mix that? Because we are not cisgender women.
Mm-hmm.
You have a coochie, you get a sex change. It's a little bit different. So, yeah.
Okay, now I also want to address this because I see a lot of people basically saying that even if straight men follow trans women, even if straight men like your pictures, love your pictures, anything that has to do with you, people automatically think they're gay or think they want to fuck you or anything. Why do you think that the black community puts it as if straight men cannot like a trans woman's picture or they're gay or something?
Because society, they think they know everything. That's what makes it hard for people to be comfortable dealing with people like me or dating people like me or openly dealing or wanting to befriend people like me because to society everything is gay.
Mm-hmm.
If a man is too feminine or too in touch with his feelings or not so hard body, he's gay. Everything to them is gay, 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 gay. And it's just like why is everything boiled down to a sexuality? how
Yeah.
does how does a man not want to wear blonde hair and skinny jeans? How's he gay?
Yeah.
How does a man wanting to be not so gay?
And we do that, and and a part of that shit is just like that shit is passed down because if a boy fall, get up, stop crying, you ain't no
Yeah,
girl,
like
stop being
everything boils
weak.
down to sexuality. Like I wish I could give y'all like a explanation, but it's like I don't know myself. It's just kind of like sad,
Yeah.
honestly, because it's like that's why people grow up and people do want to be DL or they want to be a secret or they want to be hidden because to society everything is gay.
Mhm. So let me ask you this question, because uh, so have you ever talked to or had relations with or well messed around with a DL guy?
Yeah, my first boyfriend was like technically DL.
Okay, and so is they, so is it, so and maybe you don't know this, but did they was they were they on the deal just because they was afraid of what people might think, or was it,
I really
or was
don't
they
know
living
because
like
I
a
had no
double life?
business. I had no business messing with that man
Oh,
anyway.
okay.
Not saying it like that, but he just wasn't a good person. Like he ain't have shit going for himself anyway. So it's like, why the fuck was I messing with him? But because especially dealing with me, I'm well known in the city. I'm well known in Pittsburgh. So my first boyfriend was DL, and I have dealt with DL men, but I had to learn to have self respect and to stop allowing people who aren't comfortable with themselves to be comfortable with me behind closed doors, but you can't be comfortable with me in public.
Oh, and that's real. So do men who know that you are a trans woman still be in your inbox?
Yeah.
Okay. I just went and they still. I mean, what I'm saying is, like, as far as like the people who try to act tough or say mean things
They love it
about you.
here.
Yeah.
They love it here.
Okay. All right.
Even
Yes.
if it's just like, and that's the thing, y'all get it misconstrued that because a man is in my likes or a man is my friend on Facebook, we fucked or we're fucking or we're texting or we're talking or we're linking or we're sending nudes. Sometimes they like, what's wrong with being cool with somebody like me? What's
Yeah.
the problem? I'm human.
Yeah.
I have feelings like you. I have emotions like you. I bleed blood like you. I wake up every day and do what I got to do just like you. So why is it wrong for a straight man to be friend with me or be friends with me or be my friend on social media? And why it's like why do y'all go so far as to go through my likes or go through my comments or go through who stuff I'm liking to try to make some shit up? It's like, damn.
Yeah.
Y'all got too much time on y'all hands. Y'all need to get a second job, work a couple of extra hours overtime, have some kids to occupy y'all time, something, pick up a hobby, a craft, because it's like y'all go so far to try to pinpoint who's this and who's that when maybe that's what if that's my cousin? Now you calling him gay on social media and his baby mom don't want to fuck with him no more because now he gay for liking my pictures.
Yeah.
When I identify as a woman and that's my cousin.
Yeah.
Now y'all done made up a whole scenario.
I mean, and people don't care, and people just they're due to put it. They'll put out whatever just because, and they don't know the facts behind anyone's thing. But that doesn't make you gay.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with the hate? Like, how do you just all the hateful things that you got to go through being trans since you transitioned over all these years, you putting yourself out there. How do you deal with all that hate?
I guess it's not as bad for me because I've been being like, everybody don't notice, but like I was talked about in school. I was talked about my whole life from kindergarten to the time I didn't go to school anymore to being on social media. I've been talked about, laughed at, the joke. So it's just like I had to grow tough skin because if I'm going to live my life, I want to be happy for myself. I'm going to have to know to say fuck your opinions because I mean there's some family that don't fuck with me because of the way I am. Like my own grandma don't fuck with me because of me being trans. So my own grandma don't fuck with me to be with me being trans. So it's like if my own family don't fuck with me and I don't give a fuck, why the fuck would I give a fuck about what y'all gotta say? Because I don't talk to y'all like y'all not in my life. Y'all not who I come to when I go through shit. Y'all not there when I need a shoulder to crown. Y'all not there when I need anybody at all. So why the fuck should I give a fuck about what y'all got to say when at the end of the day y'all don't even know me?
So this question is it is the official
I
change expensive?
like a coochie.
Yeah.
I think so. I think it's expensive, if I'm not mistaken. But with being trans, you could get it covered with insurance.
Okay. Now let me
I could get a lot of stuff done with insurance.
So because so is getting boobs for you more expensive than it would be, I guess, for like than a breast reduction or a woman who already a cis woman who had boobs?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't really think so. I think it's the same price. I never really looked into it. Because I have this thing called me being trans. I have a gay mom, which is like my trans mom, but it's the gay world.
Yeah.
So it's my gay mom.
I heard about that before.
She basically told me who to go to and stuff. So yeah, I don't really know because I didn't really do too much research.
And that's one thing. So when I say I heard about that before, hold on, sorry, let me click this off. Because I think I was watching something on MTV, and it was like the little true life things, and they were talking about the one girl who got the trans woman who got murdered and stuff, and they trying to find her murder. And that's how I learned a lot of stuff about the trans community, because like how y'all have a mom or I forgot the official name, but the like that, and I was just like, oh wow, that's crazy. That's good that they had that support, especially because a lot of women, trans women who might be transitioning or going through that journey sometimes struggle and be having its ups and downs and or whatever like that. So that's I think that's great. You got any other questions, HK?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like 5 years from now, where do you want to be and what do you want to be doing?
Away from Pittsburgh, following my dreams as being a hairstylist, working with celebrities, doing more. I want to get into being an influencer on social media because that's the number one. You make good money with social media right now. Like it's a good amount of money you can make from social media.
Okay, Shay, right. Put your question again back in the
I
comment.
want to be. I'm 23 right now, so in 5 years I'll be 29, 28. In a healthy relationship, living my best life. Still not giving a fuck what y'all got to say. Probably selling some hair, basically just living my best fucking life. Like, I really don't know because every day your mind changes. Like, you think of different things and different things you want to do and how you want to do different stuff. So, I would just say be successful and chasing my dreams, continue to love myself. looking into adoption because I do want a family one day. Like I said, in a healthy relationship because by the time I'm 30, I want to be engaged. So, yeah.
Okay.
I went to Timothy Alexander in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No. And yeah. Okay. So that was her important question. Okay. All right.
Okay. Who are your idols? Like, who are some people that you look up to in the world, whether it's family, celebrity people? Who are some people that you look up to?
One person, I mean, they all know this, but one person I look up to a lot is, I would say, Nicki Minaj, because she faces a lot of backlash for like over nothing. Like she just go through shit daily. Not saying I know her person because I don't really know what she go through, but she always in blocks. She always being talked about. She always being ridiculed, and she still don't give a fuck, and she still stand on her ground and do what the fuck she want. And y'all still bump her music, so she's still making big ass checks. Another person would be my friend from Raleigh. His name is Darius. He inspired me so much because I never really had I've had male friends growing up, but I never had a male friend like him. He's in the hair industry. He motivates me. His work is inspirational. His mindset is inspirational. The way he moves is inspirational. The way he carries himself is inspirational. Like I never had nobody that was like me in my life until I met him. Like I could go to him about any advice. He was happy for me about the podcast. Like he wanted to talk to me before the podcast. Like he's like a brother I never had. Like we share a bond that nobody could break. And I really appreciate God. And the thing is, I only knew him for a couple months. I started talking to Darius in like March this year. And people would think I knew Darius my whole fucking life because we just click like that. Like there's nothing I couldn't go to him for, and he's just very motivational because we work in the same field. And yeah, it's somebody I want to be like. I mean, he's like a year younger than me, but that don't mean I can't be inspired by what he do and how he
most
carry
definitely
himself.
doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Most definitely
and I'm
doesn't.
very proud of him.
Age definitely don't matter when it comes to inspiration. There's a lot of younger people that I get inspired by. Also,
Yeah.
And I do want to say something, another thing real quick. For anyone who did ask a question or something like that, we don't use, so we're not live straight to Facebook. We're actually using a platform. So a lot of y'all comments, how y'all see them. If you see a lot coming on your page, it's 10 times worse on our end because sometimes they just all scrolling at once. So, and we only can see right now, we can see 4 or 5 comments. So we don't get to see all of them. So we're not just ignoring or cherry picking. If the ones now we will just weed out the disrespectful questions. I'm not going to ask no disrespectful question, but real legitimate questions. Again, if you say something and we catch it in the comments and it don't scroll past, it maybe still be on your screen, but that doesn't mean it's on our screen. We missed it, so we'll try to catch it. If you post it again, just say, "Hey, could you see my question?" or whatever. Like if it's disrespectful, we're not going to answer it.
These two are not allowing violence to be present with me because if I felt unsafe with them, I wouldn't be in this room. I have anxiety. I don't like being around hood men or, over masculine men. So if they made me feel uncomfortable, I wouldn't be here. They're not allowing nothing to happen to me. So stop making it seem like they're not defending me. We're not on this podcast to address negativity the whole time.
We
We're
sure
on here to
ain't.
learn about me and what I have to tell in my story. So stop trying to say that they're not defending me. That's not what we're on here for.
We've been doing this show for a while. We didn't have multiple guests, multiple things come on here, controversial things, all type of shit. So if you think that we're on this podcast today to talk about any type of mess, to talk about anybody else besides her and her story, then you're watching the wrong interview.
And
this is not that type of interview, and we're not here for that. So I don't care what y'all say.
That person that was on our show before knows that because we gave them that same level of respect and asked them the same thing. Is there anything that's off topic or things that you don't want to discuss? And we respected that. I'm not going to sit there and say what was asked that we not discuss or anything like that because that's just for us. But again, there's things that out of respect for the guests, and we do interviews, so there's some interview questions we got to ask, but we ask some questions. But again, we care about because people come on our show. We don't want them to feel disrespected or they feel like we let people take advantage of them or disrespect them. Mm-hmm. She's sitting right here and she's doing this. Y'all tried this shit with the young lady who got
sexual disease.
She got the sexually transmitted disease. Again, we're not doing that. We're not Again, sometimes she see the comments just as well as we see it, and she see that we're ignoring them. Again, we can't block nobody because we're using a different platform and we're not actually live on Facebook. So right now, technically on our show, we're live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, the system that we're using. So we can't really stop no one's comments. Again, we can pin comments and have them up here like this where you can see them on our screen, which Facebook doesn't allow. But
man, listen, we ain't adjusting on fuckers no more. Let's move. We can move on.
Why did I fight on the south side?
Yeah, that was
I fought on the south side because this girl kept antagonizing me. And she DM'd me, asked me if I had a coochie or a dick. And I was just like, I was like, would you like if I was asking why you was faking pregnancies? And she was but her stomach was in her motherfucking ass. So when she seen me, she had came up to me, and mind you, at this time I didn't have a motherfucking tequila sunrise, a Long Island, and a double shot of Patron. So bitch, now I'm on 10. Usually I'd be calm, cool, calm, and collected, but bitch, now I'm on 10. So she came up to me, I'm like, get out my face. And she walked away. She like, oh, what's the issue? And at this time, I'm like, this bitch keep pressing me. So I socked her in her face, and then her sister snuck me, and they jumped me, and yeah. That's why I was fighting on the south side, because she wanted to know what was between my legs. Like she was going to do something about it. Like she was going to eat me up and chew me out. So it's like, why the fuck is you worried any motherfucking way? The fuck?
Shout out to me for helping.
Shout out to Chunk, because bitch, he was tossing them bitches like
there.
motherfucking Dorito seeds and everything else. Bitch, he was tossing them bitches like Fruit Loops through a hoop. And I appreciate that, because had he not, I probably would have got fucked up, because it was 5 bitches and me. And people don't know, but with like taking hormones, your bones are weaker and like your strength ain't as strong. So 5 bitches, I probably would have been skin bald, titties popped, bald head, black eyes, no teeth. Like they would have chewed me up and spit me out. So I forever appreciate you for helping me, because Lord knows if I was by myself, baby, I probably were in front of so the day I die.
Okay. I have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever dated a gay man? Like basically like a feminine ass gay man
when I was gay,
or do you? Okay, so since you transitioned to trans, you don't date like gay feminine men.
No, but we call them in the ballroom scene. They're called butch queens, and a lot of trans women do date butch queens, because butch queens gay men. Butch queens understand trans women a little bit more because it's just like they're gay men, so they understand more. So with that being said, I've tried to talk to him, but I'm just like, baby, I need a nigga to choke slam me. I don't need a nigga that paint his nails with me. Like, I just can't get into it. Not saying all feminine men paint their nails or all men that are gay aren't masculine, but me personally, I like my niggas rough and tough.
Let me ask you this question. Do you think that a lot of people, even people in the Black community, struggle with understanding people that may be a part of the LGBTQ community because y'all have so many different names or lingos, or you know what I mean, pronounce it like, you know what I mean, different things that you got to call, like, you know what I mean, go address people as and stuff? Are you reading a comment?
Yeah, that comment was wild right there. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus, that's a motherfucking comment right there. Like, I don't even want to. Oh, his messy ass go put it up there.
Thanks, Bookie. Like, thanks, think.
All jokes aside, I'll never forget how cute you were beating your meat.
That was a little absurd, but you know, the girls y'all like what the girls
crazy.
like.
Y'all are crazy.
But damn, what did you just say? I forget.
About the just having. Do you think people struggle with understanding, or I mean, even with the respect, because y'all have so much. It's so much to learn. If you're not willing to learn, it's not easy to learn about the LGBTQ community or IA plus. Again, you gotta. There's some like, you know, you gotta. Some people want you to even add that in there. Like, you know what I mean? Because I have so many. I mean, there's just so much going on as far as like how you pronounce things, like, you know what I mean, like your pronouns, and you know, because there's zers there, like you get all that different stuff.
It's not really normalized. It's becoming more normal, but it's not a normal thing. It's not very much a normal thing yet. So with that being said, people don't understand it. They're not educated on it, so they never really, like, you know, get it.
We understand that. Wayne talking about the white community.
Listen, we can't.
Yeah, I'm not saying the white community don't accept people, but it's just a little bit harder in the Black community, because you know they're very like you said, when little boys fall, get up, stop crying, you're not a girl. Like, everything is always down to you're not a girl, you're not a, and that's the thing. They don't tell little girls, like, if they out here punching little females, stop doing that, you're not a boy. They just let them be what they want to be. If they want to play in dirt, they're allowed to play in dirt. But if little boy does something, it's like, you're not a girl, stop doing that.
And also to that question, like, you know what I mean, again, studies show and statistics show that our culture tends to be a lot harder on this the people who identify as trans women or gay, that we tend to be a lot harder on them and judge them a lot more, and they tend to be our most. And I do social work. These youth tend to be our most homeless youth, or yeah, our highly populated homeless youth. The gay youth and the young youth who want to be trans or talk about trans or maybe even transitioning. Again, that's just statistics and facts.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at it again, the statistics will show you it's predominantly on our side. So and that what can happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen in any other community or any other culture, but again, I'm not around them neither. But I'll also see the statistics with our culture and our community.
A viewer also wanted to know, do you want to get a sex change eventually?
I just feel like, why would I be trans if I was gonna get a sex change? Like, I mean, some people do want sex change, but I just feel like, I don't know. I'm still young. I'm only 23, and I'm literally only getting my feet wet with my transition. Like, this is a lifelong transition. Like, maybe one day I might want to get my face done. Maybe one day I might want to get my boobs done again. I might want to get a whole bunch of different surgeries. So I'm really just still figuring out what I want to do, because once you get that surgery, you can't go back. And with that being said, it's a lot. It's a life-changing surgery, and some people get it and hate it, and I don't want to get that shit and it don't work like a regular one. Then I'm gonna be like, bitch, what the fuck is this? Like, it's just a hole. It's just there.
So why do you, because I like this question, why do you think they're not as hard on trans men?
Because it's just like
people,
it's just like lesbians. Like, it's, I don't know. I mean, I really can't speak for the trans men because I don't know how. Well, no, actually, I had a trans friend that I was cool with. We met via Facebook, and his family wasn't like, his mom wasn't too cool with it. So they face shit too. But I just know about being a trans woman because that's a lifestyle I live. I really don't try to pay attention to everybody else around me. I just know what goes on with me. Like, for instance, the whole situation with my grandma. It was my birthday. My aunt had made a post like, "Happy birthday to my niece." Da 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 da. My dad's mom got on there and said, "Happy birthday to my grandson," when you clearly just seen her use female pronouns. So with that being said, it was just like, damn, like, whoa.
So do you give older people grace though? Like,
but
like I just wanted to
fuck no. Y'all need to know you respect me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Oh no, for instance, like my grandma, like my grandma Jeanette. She might slip up and still call me like a he or something like that. And I don't really care because, like, baby, you my grandma, you like 80-some years old. Like, I'm not about to beat your ears in. But now, like, if my mom slip up or my brother, like, come on now, be respectful, like, get it together. But my grandma, she old. Why would I'm not about to make you, even if my aunt do it, she's older. So it's like, y'all, I know y'all love me. Y'all don't mean no harm by it. So I'm not about to beat y'all ears and like, make sure you call me this, make sure you call me this. But like,
it's long because you know they're not doing it.
It's not spiteful because I know they genuinely love me. Like, they come get their hair done by me. They boast about me. They show their friends pictures of me. Like, my family, the family that love me, they love me hard and they fuck with me heavy. So it's like,
all right, but look though, right? And I could honestly say, when certain people call trans women he or nephew or uncle or anything, sometimes we really don't know how to identify with those type of people. Like that's just like the conversations that me and you had off camera. You know, it's like I never knew that when you transition, that society is supposed to address you as such.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that. And like a lot of people.
Oh yeah, because we was having a conversation on the phone, and I didn't even get mad at him when he did it. I was just like, I'm not gonna get mad at you because it's not something you're educated on. But I'm gonna let you know you can't. You have to. If they transition, you use female pronouns. You have to. What you see in front of your face, like, if you say you see somebody and you don't know if they're a boy or a girl, or you're just confused and you don't want to use the wrong pronouns, you can use they, them. You don't always have to put a masculine or feminine thing on them. Yeah, I need to get on here. He get on here, y'all. He lit. He one of them
Rico,
ones.
We'll be in touch. Message us.
We'll be in touch, brother.
Yeah. But that's cool. That's cool. And you know, listen, what I want to say to you is, because I don't know. Do you got the? Okay, you probably don't. But I just want to say again, just being the host of this show. I really appreciate you coming here, giving education again, letting us know and letting our viewers know a little bit of your life and your story and your journey and what you actually go through. Again, a lot of people, like you said, you was a little bit nervous. Like, you know what I mean? As soon as we was about to hit the button, like, you know what I mean? You start getting a little worked up, like, oh, I don't know. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you. And you held your own. You was on here, and I respect that. And it's great. And like we tell other guests, you got anything that you got ever going on, you can feel free to hit us up, and you want it to be promoted.
Shout your business out. Yeah. Shout out your social medias. Promote everything you got going on.
Y'all can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat. All my social handles is it's DaDoll, ITTS.DaDoll, because that's my brand. That's what I'm branding myself as. I'm a hairstylist. Make sure y'all motherfucking book y'all motherfucking appointments. Come get y'all lace laid, ponytails done. It's Christmas season coming up, Black Friday. I might do a little, discount for y'all hoes. But yeah, I'm a hairstylist. I want to get into social media more. I do make TikToks. You got some hair you want to promote? Because my TikTok hair videos, they do really good. So if you got some hair you want to promote, make sure y'all send in. You could, maybe you want to you starting off, you want to send me a bundle or something. I'm willing to help y'all because not any and everybody, but I'm willing to help y'all. I want everybody to win. It's enough money for everybody to eat. Let's eat out here. We Black and we don't help each other enough eat. That's the issue.
No, that's perfect. Okay, well, real quick before we end the show, I got a couple questions. I didn't get into too much because I knew this was going to be a powerful show, and we might have not even had to do this. But I'm gonna ask you some quick. Multiple choice questions, and I want you to pick one or the other. If you want to explain or elaborate. I hope that you're not too young to know about certain movies and certain shit that I'm about to ask. Okay. The first one, Cardi B or Nicki Minaj?
Oh, Nika Tanya. The fuck that? What kind of question is that? Like, she my inspiration. You think I'm gonna say Cardi? Bel Khalees is not it for me. I'm sorry. Bel Khalees. Menzar, stay where you are because I'm a huge Nicki. I love Nicki. Like Nicki, that bitch.
It's something that I had written down. Okay. Respect or loyalty?
Both of them. That's not really like I need both.
Yeah, but if you only choose one, respect or but if it's both, then
respect or loyalty. I would.
Which one would you rather?
You mean in a friendship or just because?
Just period. Respect or loyalty.
I feel like loyalty because if you got loyalty, bitch, you gonna come with respect anyway. So I mean, yeah.
Some people say reverse.
No, I would say loyalty because it's gonna come. If you loyal to me, you gonna respect me. You got to be respectful to have loyalty. You can't be disrespectful. Nah, you could be disrespectful and have loyalty.
Some people could be loyal to you out of fear.
I don't know. That's hard.
Miami or LA?
I ain't been in either. I've been to Fort Lauderdale. I would say Miami because LA just get very much overpopulated. Like it's just too much in LA.
Okay. All right. This is movies. Holiday Heart or To Wong Fu?
I never watched no damn To Wong Fu, so Holiday Heart. Get the bike holiday.
See, I knew you was gonna be too young for To Wong Fu.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's with Wesley Snipes and Patrick Swayze. Classic movie.
Revoke my black.
You gotta watch. No. It's one of them type movies, with like
Thank you.
trans and shit like that. When you get a chance, watch To Wong Fu. Crazy ass movie. All right, okay. Elton John or RuPaul?
Elton John is the white
Elton
guy.
John.
He just passed away.
No,
he's alive.
Elton John or RuPaul?
Well, I guess RuPaul, because who is Elton John?
He actually.
You too young for Elton John?
I don't know.
You ever watch the Eminem Stand video and he's playing the piano? If you ever watch the video, like he's real.
He's a famous pop singer.
He's a famous pop singer. I forgot what group he was with, but he's gay. And he's again someone who advocates for the LGBTQ community and stuff like that. But he's just okay.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I would say RuPaul because baby.
RuPaul.
That's like how I discovered drag queens watching RuPaul.
Yeah.
Okay. Saucy Santana or Lil Nas X?
The fuck Saucy. Like, Santana gonna turn up on you hood every time. I love Santana. He's so lit. He's breaking down barriers like a black feminine gay ass rapper. That's what the fuck he is, and he ain't stunning away from it. He wear nails, he wear makeup with a fucking full beard, and he rap like a bitch. And that's what I love about it because he don't try to be masculine. His label don't try to change him in no way, shape, or form. And I love that because we need that so y'all can understand it is okay to be motherfucking gay. Like let that man be gay. Like okay.
So now, let me ask you this. A follow up off of that question. So do you think Lil Nas X was doing too much?
I feel like he does a little too much for TV sometimes because you don't know if kids are watching. And I'm not one of them people that's like kids should be watching men do like like a kid should be watching kid shit. So you never know.
Even with the whole
concerts and
pregnancy thing, you get what I'm saying? You know,
no, because he wasn't making. It's not like he was on a award show and was like, "Look, I'm a man pregnant." Like, he was on like social media. Like, you have to follow him to see that stuff, unless it goes viral and then people are sharing it.
Yeah.
Then but no, because when a trans man can have a baby, and a trans man could be pregnant, they could get their titties cut off, they could have a beard and still get pregnant.
Yeah. I never mind.
So,
I ain't gonna speak on that. You got any more?
Nah, hell nah. We gonna speak on that real quick. How do you is there a certain type of hormone you take to not have facial hair?
Yeah.
It grows slower. I don't have laser or nothing, so I have to like remove it. Honestly, I'm just honestly being honest. I don't give a fuck. I mean, like, I'm trans. What do y'all expect? But yeah, I take estrogen. I actually have to take a shot when I go home. I take estradiol. I take a shot in my butt, and I take spironolactone because that lowers my testosterone. My testosterone levels.
Okay.
To make me look more feminine. So if I was to pull up a picture of me before I transitioned and now my skin wasn't this light, I didn't look this feminine. So it's just a lot of stuff that goes into it.
Okay. Hood niggas or corporate niggas?
I need me a hood nigga, please. I love me a hood because I had me a little nigga that give corporate, and I like my niggas hood, like I said, choke slam me, nigga. Like, not really. I just like masculine, like sometimes. Not saying because corporate niggas can't be. That don't mean they have to be.
About to say,
I almost went back on my own word because
corporate niggas could be masculine.
Yeah. My thing is I just like that hood, that roughness that a hood nigga bring.
Okay. Well,
that's it.
There you go.
Bye.
Murder, She Wrote.
Yo, this is Nothing But the Truth show, man. Yo, this was a classic interview, a great interview. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. Everyone. And, we appreciate it. We appreciate all the great questions and stuff like that. We appreciate y'all. If you want to be sitting right here where DaDoll sitting, hit us up, inbox us, and we're going to try to work it out. We're going to try to get you on this show. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it was a great interview. Yo, HK, go ahead. You got something to say?
I just want to let y'all know you could be anywhere in the world, but you here with us. Y'all could be watching anything in the world, but y'all rocking with us, and we appreciate that. Last thing that I want to say, we not homophobic. We don't judge people by your gender, your race, your nothing. You could come on this show, give us your story, hit us up, inbox us. Hottest podcast in Pittsburgh. They could try to duplicate us, but they can't fuck with us. They could try to imitate us, but they can't do what we do. And that's why the city fuck with us and the city love us, and we love y'all. I appreciate all the people that's saying I'm a new fan, good interview, this and that. I love y'all. We love y'all. Stay tuned. We got more. We fuck with y'all. To all the new people that's just now getting to know us because of this, we fuck with y'all. We welcome y'all.
Make sure y'all hit that like and follow button. Share. Yo, we're also on YouTube.
Yeah,
we're also on YouTube. It's the same thing, Nothing But the Truth, but put podcasts at the end, and you'll see us. But we have podcasts, but we're actually a show, man. We do this shit. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate all the love, everything. We appreciate the haters too. I'm not going to say anyone was haters, but if you are a hater, you in here, we appreciate y'all too. We love y'all. It's Nothing But the Truth show. We'll catch y'all next week with another great one.